All right. What's going on, everyone? Aaron here at Clean Cuts Lawn Care. It is Friday morning. I am not mowing today. Oh, sorry about that. I'm not mowing today. What happened was, if you guys remember, at the end of the week, last week, Robbie called off, said, so I ended up working Thursday and Friday by myself. And then, we started the week off on Tuesday this week, and we went out and killed it. We were going to be able to get done in 3 days again, like we have in the past. And near the end of the day, Tuesday, he tells me he can't work Thursday and Friday again. So I was just going to finish up by myself Thursday and Friday, even though we could have got done on Thursday, both of us. But Tuesday night, I'm sure you guys have heard all about it. We had a bunch of tornadoes come right through my city, the city I live in, and created all kinds of mayhem. Power was out. We still have a couple 100,000 people without power. God blessed us somehow, and we got power back yesterday. Internet back, but most of the area just they don't have it. We have the power line poles. I mean, some of them are laying on the ground. A lot of them got ripped in half. I'll show you some video, actually, I have on here of some of it. All these lines down, poles down. Oh yeah. That's 1, 2. God. 3. I mean, those people are stuck in there. They're not getting their cars out. If you live in there, you're stuck.
Look at that.
This is all from the tornado came right down here, and we live just on the other side of this. There's another one on the house. I mean, all these poles are just.
Oh, look at this shit.
That one's suspended in the air. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I was driving in yesterday.
There's power. The poles are suspended in the air, and but they're ripped in half. So I just said, you know what, we're not even going to finish the week. It was going to be a complete disaster. So yesterday, okay, no, let me go back. When I first bought both trucks, the spare tires under them were no good. Okay, the rims were all rusted out. The tires were terrible. The rims couldn't even be like refurbished. They were just no good. On top of that, the little like cable that lowers them, the unit up top where like you turn the bar to lower it, both of them were broke. You couldn't lower it anyway. On 51, the main truck, I actually cut that spare tire out to drop it down because I was going to try to put a new tire on it. You couldn't use that rim. And the same thing with 52, this truck, but I didn't cut that spare tire out. I've left it there. I have called every junkyard in a 30-mile area from the times I bought these trucks to get the rims, and they have just never had these rims. The place that did have them was Pull Apart, but they wouldn't sell them to me because they use the rims to put the trucks on, or any vehicle on. And I've asked them, I said, well, what about when you're done with that vehicle and you take them off the rims? They said, well, if they're decent, you know, we do sell them, but sometimes we just reuse them for other vehicles. And I didn't like that the cars were sitting on the rims like that, but I still probably, if they were good, I would have bought them. So these junkyards, I've called some of them once a week to check. The one near me, which is like a big one in our area, like everyone knows about this place. I even was on a call list there. Once they got the rims, they were supposed to call me. Never heard from them. I was calling them once a week. They knew who I was. Never got the rims. Now, of course, I could have ordered it brand new, but very expensive, and I wasn't going to do that. So I've never had a spare tire for either truck, which is why both trucks have tire plug kits. I have a floor jack, 4-way, and a pump that hooks up to your battery and can reach all the tires. It's like the best I was able to do, you know, was have that, which has been great because I've used that setup to get us going upon getting a flat tire on the road. However, yesterday, Vicky took the day off and we went fishing. Had a great day, and on the way back, I'm on the freeway, and the left lane ends into an exit, which we were getting off on. So I'm in the left lane, about a half or 3/4 of a mile away from the exit, and the rear passenger tire blows out. I immediately try to get to the right lane. It's not happening. There's too many cars over there, and it's basically too late anyway. If no cars would have been over there, I would have got over. I couldn't. So now I'm stuck in the left emergency lane. And I mean, it's crazy busy. So I immediately tell Vicky, climb out the driver's side, and we go about 30 yards past the truck, and I have her against the wall where she's safe temporarily. I go assess the situation. The tire's done. The sidewalls are blown out. There's no fixing it. I have no spare, which granted, I have never been able to find the rims. As stupid as that sounds, I can't even explain how many phone calls. Oh, one time a guy told me 48-minute drive. He told me he had 2 of them in the office. I drove all the way out there. Halfway there, I called him and I said, hey, I'm on my way. I just spoke with you. He goes, yeah, the rims. I said, dude, I just want to make sure these are the right rims. Yeah, I got them. I have 2 of them. I said, okay, I want both of them. Dude, I was so happy. I get there, they are not the right rims. I told him 17-inch rim, 6 stud, the tires 245/75 R17. I told him what trucks they go on. Yes, I have them. Not even close. So then he goes, oh, I'm sorry, they're on the vehicle still. I'm sorry. No problem. He goes, my guy's gonna go take them off. Woo! Right? The guy comes up with the 2 rims, not even close. I'm like, these are not it. Oh, well, those are the ones we have. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? While I was there, a guy came in who had bought an engine from them with a 30-day warranty. He installed the engine and it was crap. And he only, this was like less than a week that this had happened. They straight up refused to honor the 30 days. Like, I mean, I was listening to the argument of him saying, I'm gonna effing sue you. He took a picture because they had the policy on the wall. He had pictures of it. It was crazy. So I have not had a spare tire. I'm going into a place right now that claims they have 2 of them. And I just came here, but they couldn't take credit cards still. They have power, but no internet. So I haven't seen them yet, but hopefully they have them. All right, so it appears that these are correct. They are 17-inch rims, 6 studs. The tires are no good. I have to go to the tire shop. But only difference is I need 245/75 R17s, or 245/75 R17s. These are 265s that's on here, but 245 should fit as well. And there's 2 of them. So let's go to the tire shop. All right, so I'm gonna head to the tire shop. I've been working with this tire shop for years. That's where I get all my truck tires. And I even used to work with them for like our older car, like our Kia Optima, our Malibu. So yesterday, when that happened,
Right here.
oh, hold on one
We're
second.
gonna have just enough topsoil.
When that happened yesterday, it was gonna be, like I said, even though I had looked and did my best to find the rims and was never able to do it, you know, it still sucks that it happened. And in my mind, you know, I was just unprepared. I mean, what else can you know, it doesn't matter that I couldn't find them. I should have looked harder. Maybe I should have just ordered them brand new, you know. So I was unprepared, and that's where the fault is. So here we are, stuck on the freeway in the left emergency lane. Vicky's with me, and now we're in danger. We're in real danger. And the thing is, I wanted to get us to on the other side of the freeway on the grassy hill, so I knew we were safe. But 20 straight minutes, there was not one opening for us to get across the freeway. You know, we were waiting for it. But Vicky was like, how are we gonna get back across the freeway? And my initial thing was, I told her, because I had to call a tow truck. There was no way to get picked up from there, run to the other truck, take the tire off that truck, take that tire back onto the freeway and switch it. It just was not going to work. And I couldn't get into the other lane, so that tire was going to be right next to traffic, guys. It was done. I had to call a tow truck. And I told Vicky, I said, let's get on the other side of the freeway, and when the tow truck gets here, I'll run over here alone. I said, you walk up the grass towards the exit. The exit was right there, like for the shop. Initially, we were just going to take it to the shop, and I was going to go there this morning and deal with it. I said, you walk towards the exit, and we'll pick you up, because I just wanted her away from the situation. 20 straight minutes, not a chance of getting across. And I think it's only 3 lanes. And just no chance of getting across. So while waiting for the tow truck, like I said, we were about 30 to 40 yards ahead of the truck against the wall. And I was in position where if something happened, I could get her over the wall, you know, before we were far enough ahead that I would be able to get her over the wall, at least so she would be safe. I actually wanted her to sit on the wall. That way, if something happened, I could just push her. But she was like, she's probably scared, you know. So it was like, it was bad, and no one to blame but myself, you know. I should have just ordered them new when I had so much trouble finding them. I should have just ordered them brand new. But I'm gonna take these to the tire shop. Hopefully there won't be any problems. Hopefully I looked at the rims, they look fine. They're just dirty. You know, I'm gonna take them to the tire shop and see, you know, get some tires put on it, and then we should be good to go. You know, both trucks will have a spare tire. So this is exactly where we were stuck at yesterday, right there. And here's the exit for the shop. You see it's only 3 lanes here. That's the exit for the shop. And then the exit we were getting off at, that lane ends into the exit that we were getting off at right there. So because it's only 3 lanes, and the time it was at 3:30, I think this happened. So you know, everyone's coming from downtown Cleveland, and I mean, it was the worst possible time in the world for that to happen. If it would have happened on a main road, we would have been in a much better position, somewhere I could get to a parking lot or whatever. But you know, it just didn't work out that way. And like I said, shame on me, really, you know, for not just sucking it up and ordering brand new rims, you know. So I know a lot of guys who post YouTube channels and stuff, or videos, and they never post like the bad stuff, man. Through their videos, you're like, wow, man, this person's just going strong all the time. I would say a lot of the times it's because they edit the videos to be like that, or they're not telling you about the other stuff that's going on. Oh, here's one. Here's a lawn care company right in front of me in a U-Haul truck. So obviously their truck's in the shop right now, so they know what's going on. They've been there. Oh, it's a nice X-Mark. A little older. Nice. So there's one guy on YouTube. I think it's probably about 25 right now. I was watching him back when he first started, and you know, listen, my reality is I'm not rich. I come from a very poor family, growing up, dirt poor. Every day we came home from school and the lights and the gas and stuff were still on, I mean, we were like so thankful. You know, another night of electricity, or another night of being warm. We had dinner to eat. It was like, wow, thank God. You know, so I've never been rich. You know, I've never had money, not of abundance. I've always made good money, but you know, I've never had like an abundance of money. So like the kid I'm talking about, some of you might know who he is. I'm not going to say his name though. Like when he started his company at, like, I think it was 20 years old, his grandfather co-signed for I think it was either brand new or damn near brand new truck. His grandfather also purchased him a trailer, a nice trailer, like the 7x12 I have, very similar. And his parents co-signed for his mower, and then bought him all his hand tools. Now, yes, he still had to work to make those payments, but he had a leg up. Now, is that wrong? No. He just had the resources with his family that some of us don't have. That's okay. You know, if they're in the position to help you get on the road to success, there's nothing wrong with it. Don't claim you did it all on your own, though. And I don't think he, you know, he does or ever has, but it's not the same for all of us. You know, I had to purchase the trucks I could afford, and then I had to start repairing them from there. And again, I'm no mechanic. Oh, I could have cut through. I'm no mechanic, but I've had to learn. And what takes a mechanic 1 hour, I know is taking me 5, 6, 7, or 8. That's just what it is. I've had to learn how to make all these repairs as much as I can anyway. Some of them I can't do. And that's where we've had to spend a lot of money. You know, like when this truck, it went in, it needed power steering lines, rack and pinion, the cooler for the power steering fluid, a little bit much for me. So that, you know, but so many other repairs I have done. Just the other morning, I went to leave in 51, the work truck. It sounded rough, started driving it, it was real rough, it was misfiring. I turned around, went back, and thankfully I found the problem right away. The spark plug wire, one of them, behind the engine, was completely off, and then the one attached to the engine, same wire, the boot was still on, but it was completely severed from the wire. And you know, so it's like things like this I'm constantly working on. You know, this morning I had to get up, jack the truck up, get the tire off, get it to the tire shop, get the tire put on, get it back, put the tire back on, make sure no damage happened to the truck. I just did the power steering pump on this truck. You know, and those are repairs, thank God, I'm able to do. Otherwise, it's going to cost you even more money. So that's the point, is it's not always fun, you know. All right, so check this out. All done now. Got both trucks now have a spare tire. Here's this one, there's that one. I did have to bring the old ones with me. So, man, check this out. All right, we've been working with the same guy there for years. Like I said, it's a Indian guy, Arabic, you know, what I don't know exactly what you want to call it. And that's the guy we've always worked with. And an Arabic guy owns it, Indian guy, whatever. Great people. We've never had a problem there. So I go there and it's different people working. So I ask for my guy, and they go, he ain't in here, and he's lucky he's not in prison. And I go, well, what's up? And they go, he had been stealing from us for years, and we finally caught him. And I go, stealing? He goes, yeah, he was selling, you know, 4 tires at a time, and only writing up 2, and doing like side work, and not turning the money in, and all kinds of crazy stuff. Now, I figured something was wrong last time I went when I got these 4 tires on the truck. And now they're not matching tires, but look at them. I mean, they're nice. They're like brand new, you know, like they had been taken off of a wreck. And all 4 were that nice. All the tires I get from there are pretty nice. Now, these ones aren't great, but they're good enough, and they're the spares. That one's actually really good. It's a lot better than the other. I got 2. I ended up getting 2 for $100. That's the deal we came to. They had better ones. The treads were better, but they had patches in them, and I won't take one of those. So I'm like, really? They said, yeah, man. They said he probably got us over the years for about 100,000. So they wanted to charge me $150 for the 2 tires. I would have normally got those for $100. And I'm like, man, I said, no, I don't want them for $150. They said, what about $120? And I said, I'll give you $100. And he said, will you take the old ones with you? I said, yeah, I'll take them with me. So no problem. So now when I bought the rims, I got there, completely forgot. They probably don't have internet and can't do credit card. So before I left, I said, hey, do you have 2 of the rims? And he goes, yeah, I got 2 of them. He told me on the phone $75 for the rim. I said, if I take 2, can we do a deal? You know, these places like that, man, they do deals all the time, okay? Because they're charging cash. They bought the stuff in cash. They're not turning in that revenue, which I don't have a problem with. That's your business. but you're able to kind of talk a deal because of that. So he told me 75 on the phone. I got there, told me 75, and I said, if I take a second one, can we do something? He goes, yeah, what do you got in cash? And I go, oh, cash. So I go, well, let me run to the ATM. I go run to the ATM. I take out enough money to do the rims and tires. Took out 300. I knew it would cover it. I go back and I go, okay, what can we do for the 2? He goes, nah, I gotta get the 150. I'm like, what? Whatever. Okay, so all in all, I got the 2 rims, 2 good tires for 250 bucks. Not gonna complain, pretty damn good. But now on truck 51, the main work truck, let me show you. Now you were not able to lower the spare tire, as I said before. So, like I said, I cut it off. So this is all open here. I might be able, and yes, it's rusted. That's just what it is. I might be able to use chains and create a little contraption right here to mount that. I might even just take this off. I might just take this off completely. I mean, I can break that off and use chains and mount it up here, like with a lock or something holding it in place. You know, that way when I need it, I can just unlock it and lower it. And if that works, I'm gonna cut the other one off and do the same thing with it. I have my hitch on. I've never once left that on, but I was at the shop when the tornadoes hit, and I wanted to get the hell out of there. So so let me show you what I was talking about with this truck. This is the spare tire. Okay, it's no good. Cannot use it. That rim's terrible. I wouldn't trust that. No, I wouldn't trust that at all. So, but the problem is, like I said, it won't lower. The area up top where it goes in right there, it will not lower this. So, again, if I'm able to, if I'm able to, you know, build that contraption and get the spare tire up over there, I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. That way they're up under the truck. But for now, they're gonna, you know, one will stay in here and I'll cover the other one and it'll be in the back of the truck on that one. So I'm happy it's done. I'm happy we have the spare tires now. Like I said, I can't blame anyone but myself, but I can't even tell you guys how many phone calls I have made looking for those rims. And you know what, there was another time I did find a 2 set actually. There was the time where he told me he had them and didn't. Then there was another time where I did find them. They were about an hour away. I was gonna get them, but he said they already had good tires on them. But instead of the 245s, they were the 265s, and I just didn't want that. So I go, well, it's okay, you know, I can take the I'll just have the tires switched out. And he wanted like 150 each. I'm like, no, man, that's crazy. You know, I'm not gonna pay it. So and it was an hour away, you know, so I really didn't want to drive the hour away. But had it been the right price, I would have, you know, to have the spares. So like I said, I did put in a lot of effort to try to get the spare tires, to find these rims. I had no luck. Every time I thought I had a line on them, it really sucked when I went to pull apart, and they had 3 Chevy Silverado 1500s in a row. All of them were up on the rims. All of them were up on the rims. And I know, like the one I was looking at, they were not damaged whatsoever. And I talked to them there. I said, I want to buy 2 of them. I said, can you grab some other rims and just swap them out? And they would not do it. They would not do it. Not until they were done scrapping the vehicle. And like I said, then you can buy the rims if they're not damaged. But they go like that. So it was like I could never, it just never worked out for me to find them. But it's whatever. Now that situation is over. We have the spares now. It cost us some money, but it's worth it. I felt like a complete fool yesterday. Not because it happened. Not even that I had to have it towed, but because you would have had to seen what was happening on the freeway, how many cars there were, how many people had crossed the line, very close to the truck. Just the amount of danger in general that came with that situation. And Vicky was there, so yeah, I felt like a complete fool. And thank God, I was off today because of what happened, and I said this shit will never happen again. I said I knew I didn't care if I found the rims. I was going to pay whatever they wanted, and if I didn't find the rims, I was going to order 2 brand new ones today. I said, because this is not happening again. And I just so happened to get lucky and find them. They actually had 4 of them where I was, and but the other 2 had, I didn't need 4, but saying the other 2 had good tires on them. And I don't remember how much they wanted for them, but it was quite a bit, because it was a lot more than me buying the rims and just getting tires put on them like I did. It was just a lot more. It was cheaper for me to buy them the way I did, go to the tire shop the way I did, and get them that way. So, well, just wanted to share with you guys a pretty rough experience. As you know, I run into these situations quite a bit with breakdowns, whether it's truck, equipment, whatever. It is overwhelming sometimes. I ain't gonna lie, I've been in a situation that it was just beating me so bad, affecting the business, and I'm just breaking down, crying, oh my God, I can't, how much more can I take, but then, I get it fixed, or I fix it, or whatever, and get back to business, and it is what it is. You just got to keep on rolling. What other choice do you have? I have other choices. I can call my old job right now and say, hey, where are you guys at? I'm on my way. And he would just give me an address, and I'd go back to work, and $35 an hour, and be content. But that's not what I want. So, all right, if you liked the video, hit like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Let me know everything I'm doing wrong, including the spare tire issue. Keep the measures clean, boys.